What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Kid Taj. Today, we're going to be talking about Carmelo Anthony, a trending topic. This guy, he's very interesting. We've heard so much about Carmelo Anthony over the last few weeks, whether it be about trade rumors, whether it be about, how good really is he, what teams really want him. Do the Knicks have the nerve to trade away Carmelo Anthony for nothing? Because are they really starting that rebuild that, we keep thinking about? Their ownership's terrible, so, you can probably rely on them to make the bad decision. But today we're going to be talking about the All-Star Game. It's All-Star Weekend. We have all these festivities. The All-Star Game is probably happening right now when you're watching this video. Actually, why would you be watching this video when you're watching the All-Star Game? Or maybe you're not watching the All-Star Game. Or maybe this is after. Anyway, whatever time it is, Carmelo Anthony should not have been selected for the 2017 All-Star Game, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly why. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment an idea for a video down below. It's All-Star Weekend. I'm going to have time to do videos, and there's not going to be a lot of games going on, not stuff to talk about a lot. Subscribe if you're new, and I got a gaming channel, links in the description, Twitter in the description. Hit me up, and enjoy the video. So with the injury to Kevin Love, Carmelo Anthony from the New York Knicks was selected to compete in this year's All-Star Game. As the injury replacement, there were a couple of candidates available for this spot, and ended up going to Melo, and I'm going to explain who it should have been, along with why Carmelo is to me, Carmelo is probably the fourth guy I would choose for this. Fourth or fifth. Honestly, I thought about this a lot. There's no way he's the first or second to me, or third. He's not in the top three for the candidates for this. Also, speaking of All-Star Weekend, you guys might have expected a video, about the Friday night Rising Stars Challenge or the Saturday night dunk contest, 3-point contest, skills challenge stuff. I can sum it up right here. The dunk contest was pretty shit. That wasn't very enjoyable. 3-point contest was cool. Eric Gordon really showcased, what he was all about. There was a lot of disappointing because I thought CJ McCollum was going to win, and then he was ass in the 3-point contest. Rising Stars Challenge wasn't really anything special. It is what it always is, young players doing a thing. Jamal Murray got off. Like to see someone from the 2016 draft class actually do something now. Maybe it can translate to the game. Hopefully. Who knows? Probably not. Anyway, we're talking about Carmelo Anthony. So, if this was a few weeks ago and there was an all-star spot, I would have totally went and, said, if Joel Embiid doesn't get this spot, then this is just stupid and I don't even want any part of the all-star game. I'm kidding. I would have watched it anyway. But Joel Embiid, to me, needed to be in the all-star game. But then he got injured. Then we realized how many games he had missed. That's why he wasn't picked over Paul Millsap. I guarantee that if he had played every game this season, he would have easily been picked over Paul Millsap. Maybe he even starts in this game, because if he plays more games than he does, then he probably, gets into the flow of the NBA game. But remember, he's still a rookie, and then he's out there, and he's better probably. But Joel Embiid's injured, and he's been injured. He's injured for this weekend. He can't compete. So Joel Embiid's off the list, and we got a few players to choose. Kevin Love goes down with the injury. You can pick anybody, not just a front court player. You can pick anyone. You can pick whoever you think the best is. Jabari Parker tore his ACL, so he's off the list as well with Joel Embiid, because I was actually advocating Jabari Parker ahead of Carmelo Anthony as well, because just look at the season he's had. The Bucks have a better record than the Knicks. So when you think about All-Star, the coaches, I think, voted. Adam Silver ends up picking this replacement, but he said he went off with the coaches thought, and the coaches believed that Carmelo Anthony should have been starting in this game. Now, to me, I would have picked Bradley Beal, and I'll tell you why I would have picked Bradley Beal. The third seed Washington Wizards have been amazing, the hottest team in the NBA for the last few weeks, I would say. These guys were on fire at home. They could not lose until the Cavs. LeBron James had that crazy shot, that amazing game. Resulted in their first home loss in, 17 games. Bradley Beal needed to be in this All-Star game. Bradley Beal was the second best player, easily the second best player on that Wizards team. That Wizards team was so good. They're a 3 seed. They're actually going to make the playoffs, unlike the Knicks. They're actually going to contend, unlike the Knicks. And they shouldn't only have one All-Star. John Wall is doing a fantastic job. He's been incredible. He should be starting in the All-Star game, but there's no way in hell that he's doing it all. That he has no help. No, Bradley Beal has been incredible. 23-point clip, and he's been a star this season. He's been better than Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony, as a ISO scorer, He's putting up, 22 a game on a crap team that should be better, but they're not winning any games. You can't reward him for that. I mean, come on. Look at the Wizards. Look at how much better they are than we thought they'd be. I didn't even think they'd make the playoffs this year, and they're proving me wrong. The Knicks, I thought the Knicks would be an 8 seed this year, and they proved me wrong too, because they're not making any playoffs this year. If they somehow make it, then I'm going to look stupid in this video, but I don't think they're going to make it. The Carmelo Anthony thing in the All-Star game is purely based off of the fact that Carmelo has been a legend throughout his career. If Carmelo is a young player and he's putting up the numbers, if he's playing the way he's playing and he's a young player with not a lot of accomplishments, achievements in his career, then there's no way he makes this All-Star game. It's all based off of what he's done in the past, which normally I wouldn't be so opposed to something like that, because when Kobe made it last year, I didn't really care because it's Kobe. I want to see Kobe in the All-Star game for the last time. But the difference is between Carmelo Anthony and Kobe is that Carmelo Anthony's in a spot where he's going to be here for a while longer. He's just not playing that good. And the fact is that we're going to see Carmelo in this game instead of someone who really deserves it, who really worked their butt off, like Bradley Beal or a Heat player, which were the guys that I'm going to get to. Miami Heat guard Goran Dragic or center Hassan Whiteside. Those guys, that would have been their first All-Star appearance, one that they definitely deserve. The Heat have definitely been better than people thought. They've been super hot coming into the All-Star break. They had that 13-game winning streak. And Goran Dragic is putting up All-Star type numbers, around 20 points, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. He's shooting incredible from everywhere. He's been mad efficient. He's really good all around. Carmelo Anthony, to me, is just really a scorer. And again, he's only there because of what he's done in his career. Goran Dragic is having a better season than him because the team that he's on has worse players than Carmelo's team, but they have a better record. They deserve it. He deserves it to be in there. Hassan Whiteside, the guy's averaging 17 and 13, and also being an incredible interior presence for the Miami Heat. Those two guys are all-star type players. They should be on this team. And if there weren't so many good guards in the Eastern Conference, Goran Dragic would be there. But you had John Wall, Isaiah Thomas, Kemba Walker, Kyle Lowry, Kyrie Irving, and then shooting guard DeMar DeRozan in this game already. So you're not going to throw in a 7th guard. I mean, that would be pretty nuts. But then again, if you were putting in Bradley Beal, you'd be throwing in a 7th guard anyway. Maybe that's the reason why they picked Carmelo. But it still wouldn't make sense because Hassan Whiteside, you need another big. I mean, who's your big in this game? Who's your center in this game? In their starting lineup, Giannis is basically your center. Giannis and LeBron are your big men. And for the reserves, Kevin Love was going to be your big man. Now, I guess Paul Millsap's you don't have a center anyway. I mean, not that we care, just because, the All-Star game, there aren't really positions. It's just, backcourt and frontcourt players. But why? Why do we need Carmelo? Why can't we have Hassan Whiteside? Why can't we get at least one center? And I believe we didn't even have a center on the East roster. Is that right? I think that's right. Because the wild cards were Kemba Walker and Kyle Lowry. Yeah. That's ridiculous. No centers. The West team is way bigger. I mean, they got Cousins, they got Davis, Marc Gasol is another big guy. If I'm forgetting anybody, let me know. But, there are plenty of big men on the West team. And again, it's just we're going to see the best players. Backcourt, frontcourt, positions don't matter. But Hassan Whiteside was deserving of this way more than Carmelo Anthony. I mean, as a guy that's not really a scorer, he's putting up 17 a game on a team with a better record than Melo's team, with worse supporting cast than Melo, with more things that he's doing. He's rebounding 13 rebounds a game. He's defending extremely well. I mean, Melo's not doing that. Melo's scoring a little bit, and don't get me wrong, Melo's a very good player. The dude is clutch. The guy can score from anywhere on the floor. He can hit any shot, contest it, open, whatever. But he's just not well-rounded enough. He's not leading well enough. His team isn't good enough for a talented squad. I mean, come on, man. You got Derrick Rose, Kristaps Porzingis on your team. Courtney Lee is a really good role player. Joakim Noah's not good anymore, but that guy Hernan Gomez is a good fill-in center. They have a solid team. They should not be in the 12th spot in the Eastern Conference by any means at all. But they are, and Melo, for what it's worth, has been their best player this season, I think. Porzingis is close, but he's not there yet. I thought he was there at the beginning of the season, but Melo's been better than Porzingis this season. I do think that Porzingis will be the best player next year on that team. But for what it's worth, Carmelo Anthony has just not been good enough this season to be in the All-Star game. For that reserve, for that fill-in role for Kevin Love's injury. It should have definitely been Bradley Beal. If not him, Hassan Whiteside or Goran Dragic. I'm not sure which of those comes first, but Bradley Beal is definitely my first option for this. And Bradley Beal even has something to say about it. He said it didn't make any sense just because when you look at the records, they're winning. You gotta give him props for winning the games. That's why we play. It's not about putting up great stats. And his stats are almost as good as Carmelo's anyway. I mean, he's still shooting a good 3-point percentage. Whatever. Anyway, 23 again. That's my point here. He should be in the game. He deserves it. I don't think Melo does. Melo didn't even really want to be in the All-Star game, I don't think, anyway. But, that's how it turned out. Enjoy All-Star Weekend. I know I'm gonna. The Friday night, Saturday night were but, I always like All-Star Weekend. Even if it's not as good as it usually is, it's still fun. And I'm definitely excited to watch this game tonight. Get to see my boy Jimmy Butler start in the All-Star game for the first time. Definitely gonna be very excited for that. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, idea down below for a video. Subscribe if you're new. I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.